Hello guys, welcome back. I'm still new here, so I'm still kind of trying to navigate my way around this whole YouTube and things. So I decided to start this YouTube channel to exploit, or is that actually to exploit, but talk more about, share my experience in this new foreign land. I don't know why I said foreign land. See, as a Christian girly, it's not easy. So today, from where I started from, you guys can tell I'm going to talk about like dating when you get to a new space. So I came to Canada in 2023 as an international student, and I found myself in a province where a lot of students, or like the population is lower. So I'm in Nova Scotia. So, and even in Nova Scotia, I'm in a small town, Cape Breton, Sydney. And it's hard to, even on like African students and all that, it's hard to find people who are also like, ready to date. And the people who are ready to date, most of them are married. They leave their family out there and they come here, pretend not to be. So it's hard to find someone in this new land that I find myself. So I spoke to a couple of people and they said I should try online dating. Oh my god. See, online dating is not made for some of us. No. Because I tried it. Yes, your girl did. I tried it. So before my friends, someone suggested the online dating. I know of some dating apps. So, but what she mentioned was different. So I decided to like try it out. So I downloaded Hinge, and so when I downloaded it, that was somewhere last year. I didn't set up any profile, anything like that. So in December, during one of the holidays, I was in my apartment. I was bored out of my mind. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was watching a movie, but I felt bored. I was like, okay, let me go and set up this profile and get to talk to people. So I did that. I was talking to, so they said I should, after setting up the profile, I had to like swipe so that they know my preference and all that. But I didn't meet a lot of, like, there was no black people on the app. I was like, white people, let me try. So I was just swiping. Then I think I swiped or liked one guy. Then we matched. Then we started chatting. So according to him, he came, he was around. So if I didn't mind, he would like to like pick me up and we'll go for coffee. So initially he didn't say anything about picking me up, so I was trying to create an excuse. I just wanted to chat with someone, so I was trying to create an excuse. So I told him, sorry, I won't be able to get a taxi at this time, so maybe later. He was like, don't worry, I'll pick you up. I was like, oh, I can't dodge this. I think I give you like 2 or 3 excuses, and he was like, I'll pick you up. I have a truck. I was like, okay. So I think I rushed to take my bath, and he got to my apartment before I was even done. So he texted me on the app and sent me his number to call him. And I called and I told him he should give me like 10 minutes. He was like, okay, I'm going to drive around. I called my friend at that time. My roommate, who was also a Ghanaian, was back home. She had gone back to Ghana. So I was like, who am I going to do? I didn't want to disturb anyone. So I called her. I told her I'll be sending you my live location in case anything happens. And she said, okay, sure. I told her about the date, and she was like, oh, all right. Then I sent her my location. Do you know the most annoying thing? When I sent her the location, she was asleep. Time difference. She was asleep. So I was like, this girl, why? So the guy picked me up. Eventually, we went out. So we went on a drive first because it was late and I didn't know anywhere. There was no place. I don't even know what to say. Let me just continue. So he picked me up. We went out. We went for a drive because he was like, do you really want to get coffee at this time? I was like, nah, I'm not really a heavy coffee drinker. So I was like, nah. So we went to drive around. We parked somewhere. We talked a bit, like getting to know each other. Then we came back to, he was like, we should grab something at Starbucks. So I was like, I'll take a chai latte or whatever. I don't know if I said the name correctly, but we got that, and he said it was his favorite, so he ordered. And so before we went to Starbucks, he knew I was watching a movie before he asked me out. So I was like, he said he wanted to join me to watch the movie. So we came back to my apartment, and when we were watching the movie, this guy was trying to do funny things. Like, hey, what's happening, Sandra? Why? So I told one of my friends the story, just like, Sandra, you're so naive. I was like, I did, because I knew he wasn't going to do anything crazy, because my apartment, we are three in the apartment. One was not around, the other was around in her room, and the other apartments in the whole building. So I didn't think he would, like, try and do something silly or something bad. Okay, I felt maybe he's also bored as me and wanted to hang out more since our conversation was going well. And I didn't want to follow him to his house. No, I would never do that. So I was like, so yeah, my apartment is reasonable enough. I'll feel comfortable and safe. But this guy was trying to, during the movie, he was trying to do funny things. I was like, So I told him, I'm not comfortable doing all these things you are doing, so that is it. So we watched the movie till the end, and after the movie we talked a bit and he left. Okay, so when he left, this is going to be like a story time. So it's just my first experience going on the date in Canada, and it wasn't with an African man or a black man. It was with a white guy. For the experience, I think that was the main reason I went out with him. And when we came back, so when he left after the movie, he we talked for a bit. Like, I think the next couple of days we were chatting back and forth. That was it, and I didn't hear from him again. I think on New Year, I just said Happy New Year, and he also said Happy New Year, and that was it. I didn't hear from him again. So I was wondering, hey, is that what you guys are doing on these dating apps? Because I don't do one night stand. Like, I can never. I wanted to try it at some point, like, in my life, but I'm an emotional girly, so it would be hard for me to do a one night stand or like a one-time thing with someone and never see them again. Oh my god, what if you do something and I like it? So that was it. So for my experience, I was like, I'm not going to meet anyone again. If someone texts me, I'll reply and talk to them, but I'm never going to like stress myself over a date and all that. Then another person decided to chat to me, so we matched again. So he matched with me. He was very frank at the beginning. He told me he wanted just friends with benefits. So then I was curious. I asked him, is it that everyone on this app is looking for something like casual? And he was like, most people just came out of a long-term relationship, so they are looking for something like just to have fun. But there are some people who are also there for something serious, so I shouldn't worry about it. I'm definitely going to meet people about it. So he kept nudging me, like trying to push me into the idea of doing the friends with benefits. I was like, nah, I don't do friends with benefits. he was very attractive and like very he's a gym guy, so like he's very built. I was tempted, but I was like, nah, I don't do friends with benefits. So we continued to talk for like a couple of days. Then he stopped chatting with us. I was like, well, I'm not interested, so what's the big deal? So I'll say that's my experience. That has been my experience since I tried to date. Here, I want to go on more dates, but I'm skeptical because of like my one-time experience. I don't want to go out on dates with people who try to take advantage. I want to meet people, you know. I wanted to try meeting people outside what I'm used to. Like I've dated just black guys, or let me say Ghanaians. So even if it's someone outside my race or someone from a different African country, I don't mind. But I'm like someone genuine, like to build connections and all that. I don't want someone who wants to do something funny on the first date. I'm tired. I'm not interested. So yeah, that's been my experience here. Anyways, as I said earlier, my name is Sandra and I'm new here trying to like see where I would fit with my content, but generally I just want to be sharing my experience here in Canada, or like this new life I've decided to start, because yeah, it's a new life. So join me on my journey. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm new here, and yeah, and it's nice to meet you.